Good morning, children. Welcome class 7 for today's session. So far, you've been doing fractions. From today onwards, we are going to start decimals. With decimal concept, you're already introduced in class 6. I only did with you decimal numbers, okay? So firstly, I want to tell you that fractions you have studied. The second form of numbers you study is decimals. The use of decimal. Decimal is used in your day-to-day life, in terms of money also, in terms of weight also, and so on, in terms of distance also. And there are various other scenarios in which the decimals is being used. Okay, how the decimal numbers are formed after fraction, I'm going to tell you. Okay, so far you studied natural numbers. I'm going to do the quick recap of all types of number. Natural number, then your whole number, then your fractions, then decimals, and integers also we did last year. And after that, integers, yes, integers, decimals, fractions, and then the rational numbers also. Not to mention, I mean, it's not a least thing, but it's a very important thing. So you must be well versed with all these concepts. So we are going gradually for the revision purpose, decimals. Now the decimals is fractions, but decimal is nothing. We have studied fraction. The representation of fraction in term of decimal is this. Fractions with denominator 10, 100 and 1000 and so on. So with 10, 2 upon 10, we got, if there is 1 0 in the denominator, like 10 has 1 0. So you have to place decimal in the numerator before one place. Okay? Before one place, that means 0.2. I mark it like this also. Likewise, you come to 32 number in denominator, it is 100. You have 2 zeros in 100. So you have to place decimal before two numbers in numerator. Okay. 0.32. Is it clear? Be very clear with it. Now 45 upon 1000. You have 3 zeros in denominator. So I place decimal before three numbers. Since here there is only 45, you have two numbers. So how you're going to place before three numbers? We'll put one more zero in order to qualify the criteria. You have to qualify the criteria of placing before three numbers. I have placed 0 over here, 0.045. Okay, so this is the way that you have to do it. Right? Now, the next is your representation of decimals on number line. Representation of decimal on number line. See here now. Representation of decimal on number line. Number line, everybody knows you draw with the help of scale, right? I did integers with you. So likewise, this number line, you have to draw it on with the help of scale like this. Marking would be the same. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. If I asked you to represent 0.5 on number line, fine, you will use scale from 0 to 1 in between point and at 0.5, you will say this is 0.5. If I ask you to point 2.6 between 2 and 3 half on a scale, you can see the pointer. Just immediately after half 0.6, this is going to be the 2.6. Like this, you have to represent the decimals on the number line. Now we will move on to the next place value chart, which is very important to do. You must all of you know. Please, I think this is clear with you, number line. We'll do certain questions also in this session. Now, let me tell you the concepts first. The place value charts. Okay, the place value chart. Now, the place value chart is, now look here carefully, place value, right? Place value, as you already been doing the place value charts in the number system also when we learn natural numbers, right? Likewise, we have to do it in decimals also. For example, your number is 152.76. So your place value chart will go all like this. See here carefully. Here I'm going to do the demarcation. You start with ones, right? Ones. Then your tens is there. Tens is there. Then your hundreds is there. then your 1000 is there, then your 10,000 is there. Likewise, the way you keep on growing the number. Now, after 1, or you can say preceding 1, there's another number scenario of the place value chart, that is 10th. This is called 10th, right? TH. There is no 1th. 1th is not there because 1 upon 1. This I'm dealing, this is 10th, denotes for the fraction. TH is for the fraction, mind you. I'm not saying you 1 because 1 upon 1, the fraction is 1 only, right? It holds a value 1. So there is no point doing that. So it starts from 10th, then your 100th, fine. Then your 1000, fine. And since the number is 152.76, so how we are going to represent 252? The decimal is a demarcation between 1 and 10th. Everybody, please mind you, the decimal is the demarcation between 1 and 10th. Okay, the decimal is the demarcation between 1 and 10th. I hope it is clear. So I'm going to write 2 over here. 2 is your ones, 5 is your tens, 1 is your 100. Then your 7 and 6. 7 is your 10, 6 is your 100. Okay, fine. I will expand the number. I will show you how it is going to be written. I'm going to expand this only. I'm going to teach you over here only with the same number, 152.76. How the number we are going to expand, just see, is equals to, okay, this 2 is 2 into 1 is 2. This 5 into 10 is 50. And 1 into 100, 1 is at 100 place, that is 100. Okay, plus 7 is at 10th place. So I'm going to write 7 as 7 upon 10 and 6 as 6 upon 100. Or the other way of writing is, we'll add up 150 and 2, very easy to add up. We'll get 152. This is 0.7, fine. And this is 0.06. As I told you, if there are 2 zeros in the denominator, you have to place the decimal accordingly. Please mind this thing very carefully. Accordingly, I have done 1 0, 1 place before decimal, 2 zeros, 2 places before decimal. Now, if I am going to add it, I will get the result as 152.76, which is equals to the number we begin from. Yes, 152.76. Everybody, please do understand it very carefully, because this is very important. Okay, because conversions, we are going to teach you conversions also, and this you need to do very quick for your science also. I'm telling you, all class 7 students, please gather. This chapter is very important because conversions are also there, and conversions maths में तो कम आपको 8 के बाद छूट जाएगा, maybe थोड़ा सा रहता है, maybe it's just 5%, but in physics, chemistry, it is going to play a mega role in your maths. I'm telling you, I'm earmarking you very in advance. So be very clear with this chapter. Okay. Now, this is your place. Now we will do certain questions. I hope this concept is clear to you. अब आपको questions करके दिखा देते हैं. I will do, and you have to endorse all these questions in your notebook also. Though it is a revision, but still, you have to etch your hand. You have to write it, you have to do it on a daily basis, because practice is the only mantra to be very skillful in maths. So upskill yourself with the numbers. So here we go with the question scenario. Now, the first question for the day is, write the following numbers in the place value chart. Okay. Write the following number in place value chart. The first number is 1.7. We will do 3 parts. Okay, 3 parts I'm going to do with you. This is 101.01, and another bigger number is 1752.916. Okay, this is how. Now see the place value chart I'm going to make. Okay, here I'm demarking. This is ones, this is tens, this is hundreds, this is thousand. Fine, this much is enough. This is 10th. pH. This is 100th pH. This is 1000 pH. Okay. This is enough. This much is enough. So A part I'm going to do with you. 1.7. You know the demarcation. 1.7. B part 101.01. So here is a demarcation 101.01. Now watch over here. 0 is written under 10th, 1 is written upon 100, and 1 is at 1's place, 0 is at 10's place, 1 is at 100 place. Okay. Now C part 1752.916. First of all, we are going to cover decimal part 916. This is a demarcation for the decimal. Once के बाद जो 10th आ रहा है, this is a demarcation about decimal. I'm drawing it in a curvy way so that it should be very clear. 9, 1, 6, and here it is 2, 5, 7, and 1. Okay, 2, 5, 7, and 1. So here we got all the 3 parts done for the place value. You have to draw it, you have to write with your own hands, where you must have a knowledge of the proper terms, how it is going. But the theory is very important. Okay, so that's why I'm using all these terms and I'm telling the theory also. It's very important in maths. Now, this is the question number 1 for the day. Now, question number 2 for the day is, see here, whatever the condition is, we will not leave in between, we will not lose our hope, we will put our best foot forward to reach you, my dear students. Beta, jab aapka Zoom hoga, you can contact me, and all my old students, they know my number, and all of you, even they can ask me their doubts and queries also, and through Zoom session. Okay. Now, this is, if I ask you, write each of the following as decimals. Question number 2. This is an expansion form of the number. You have to write it in a decimal form. 10 plus 5 plus 1 by 10. So how it is going to come? 10 plus 5 is very simple, 15. And this is 10. This is 10 down. So you have to place a decimal before one number only, before one place only. So it is going to be 15.1. Okay, 15.1. Now the B part, see here, 350. Observe it very carefully. 6 and 100. How the number is going to be calculated now? 300 plus 50 is 350 plus 6 by 100. Now 20. That means you have to place decimal before 2 numbers, but here it is 1. So you will place 1 0 and you will accomplish the parameter of placement of decimal. So it is 350.06. Okay, 350.06. See 2 places before. I have put it. I have qualified that criteria. No doubt about that. Now, third part, 5,000 plus 5 upon 1,000. Okay, very interesting now. Now, 5,000 plus 5 is not an issue. You will straight away write 5,005. But the issue is, here 3 zeros, here single number. So you have to place 2 zeros before in order to qualify the criteria of placement of decimal. So how you are going to do? 5,005.005. This is the way. Okay. These are the 3 parts. You must know how to do it. Okay. Now, next question is for the day is, write the following decimals in words. Write the following decimals in words. Yes, write the following decimals in words. Now here we go with question number 3. Write decimals in words. See how am I going to write decimals in words. Okay. The first part is 0.1. The way I'm saying, it can be written as 0.1. Okay. Or B part, that is 20.5. 20.08. Fine. So you can write it 20.08. Fine. 20.08. Then C part 1072. That is 1072.567. And better mind you, if there are more numbers after decimal, you will never say 500 or 5,000 or 67. No, you will say number individually. Please earmark it. After decimals, the numbers are called individually. Okay, mind you, after decimal, the numbers are called individually. So how we are going to write this? 1072.567. Okay. This is how we are going to write 1072.567. So this is, yes, watch carefully. 1072.567. Okay. Now, moving on to the next question. Write the following as fractions in their simplest form. Okay. Now, watch carefully. Okay. I'm going to tell you 2-3 more facts which are very important till you learn maths by your senior classes also. Okay. ये आपको जो बताने जा रहे हैं ये आपका 11th 12th में भी आएगा, ठीक है? Though it is a question sounds to be very simple, but there are certain things theory behind which I'm going to tell you with proper terms. So please listen carefully. Write the following for fractions in simplest form. Fractions in simplest form. Fine. Because you are now in 7th class, so you have already come across all these terms. So I'm telling you. The first part is 0.4. Fine. 0.4. Very easy. You will say, ma'am, before 4, before one place there is a decimal. So simply we will put 4 by 10. But the question says simplest form. Many of the students, they commit an error in exam. They don't reduce it to simplest. Simplest form तब होता है जब कोई भी factor except 1 common ना रहे दोनों number के बीच में. There is no other factor than 1 should be common between the numerator and denominator. And numerator is 4, denominator is 10. Can you tell me which is the common factor? अभी कौन सा नजर आ रहा है? It is 2. So can I write it as 2 by 5? Okay, 2 by 5. If I cut it by 2, 2 to the 4, 2, 5 to 10. So can you reduce it further? No, only 1 is the common factor. So that is what we want. That is the definition of the simplest form. Then we have only the common factor as 1 between the numerator and denominator. And this is nothing but co-prime. Okay, you already started in class 6. Co-prime are the numbers, the set of 2 numbers. Co meaning the दो का pair बन जाएगा, ठीक है? Co-primes are numbers when there is no factor other than 1 common between the 2 numbers. Here prime number का कुछ रोल नहीं रहता ना, ठीक है? Prime number का तो as it is 2 ही factor होते हैं. But if you combine any prime with any other number, for example, if I combine prime 2 or you can say prime 3 and 4, 3 and 4, right? So 3 and 4 have no common factor except 1. So 3 and 4 का भी तो प्लेन है, co-prime है. हालांकि 4 prime नहीं है. The main agenda, if I say co-prime, that means they have no common factor except 1. और ये आता है 2 नंबर को आप कंपेयर करते हो. Okay, co-company, the pair of 2, right? So simplest form is when you have none other than 1 to be common factor between the numerator and denominator. I hope this is very clear. बेटा इस तरीके से पढ़ना सीख जाओ. You will be very comfortable in your higher classes too, please. And I'm going to give you my best. That's for promise. Now, C part, B part, I'm going to do with you 25.75. Okay, this is a larger number. So let's see. Can I write it in order to remove the decimal? it is before two places. So can I put 100 over here? Yes, simply I can put 100 over here. I remove the decimal, or by removal only I'm putting straight away. That is the ideal way, not to make the board neat. Otherwise, you can remove the decimal like this and place it underneath two zeros. Okay, 100. Now, what is the common factor between the two? If you're very quick at maths, you will straight away write to 25 number. But if you are not, then you will straight away write to. Then you will straight away write. Yes. Now here we go. If you're very expert, you can straight away switch to 25. But not if you're not, then you can start with 5. So 5, 2, 0, 20, 5, 0. Sorry, 5. 2575. Yes, 515. Fine. So this is how, yes, it is going to be 515. Then again, 54. Then your 103. Now 103. Yes, 103. Yes, now you will see 103 upon 4, which cannot be further simplified. Now this is the, yes, this is the, yes, what form? It is a fractional form, which is improper form. We can convert it into a mixed fraction. So 4 to the A 25, 3 by 4. I'm going to do the rough up over here. Those who find it difficulty to straight away divide 103 divided by 4, 4 to the 8, 25 balance, sorry, 23, then 5, 20, and 3 is the remainder. So I have arranged a number like this. Okay, these are A and B part. I'm going to do 2 more parts with you. So here we go. Yes, here we go. One more part, C part, 10.512. So we can write it like this, 10512. In order to remove the decimal, I have to place 30, as it is before 3 places. Okay, now I'm going to divide it with a common factor. So let us do it with 2. Fine. 2 5 the 10, then 5 2 5 to the 2 to the 4, then 5 and 6. 5 2 5 6. If you divide it by 2, you need to be very quick with the division part. Then here you will get 500. Again, you can go with the 2. That is, you will get 2. 2 to the 4, 2 7 12, 2 to the 4, and 8. Here 250. Okay. Again, you will go with the 2. You will get 1, 3, 1, 4, and here you will get 125. Here we have to stop because now there is not much common number. So how we are going to do it? 1314 upon 125. Now there is no common factor. So we got it like this, but it is, yes, it is a proper fraction, but we can write it in the form of, sorry, it is improper fraction, but we can write it because the numerator is bigger than the denominator. So it is improper form. We can write it into a mixed form. And if you do it with a mixed form, you will get the answer as 164 upon 125. And the rough work involved for this is, if you divide 134, 1314 by 125, 125 you will get 5 divided minus from 11, that is 6. You get the answer 6, and then you can straight away do it with 10, 164. Okay, now 64. So you got the mixed fraction as 10. Denominator, you will keep it as a divisor. 1250 into 10 plus 64, you will get the answer. Okay, like this. Now, the next question, next part of this question is, I'm going to do with you. Here we go, D part. This is 0.072. How we are going to write it? 72 upon 1000. Because before 3 places the decimal is there, so I placed the denominator, I set the denominator accordingly. Now we are going to divide it by 2. This is 36. You will get 500. Again with 2, you will get 18. You will get 250. Fine. Again with 2, you will get 9. This is 125. Further, you cannot resolve it. Further, you cannot resolve it. So the answer is 9 upon 125. You cannot convert it into a mixed fraction. Why? Because it is a proper fraction. So the numerator is lesser than the denominator. It is a proper fraction. Okay. Do all these questions in your notebooks. Tomorrow, we'll start with the conversion and some more exercises, applications of real life of decimals, which you are going to enjoy it and which is very important. So please, student, be regular with the class. Do complete your work. Thank you so much. God bless you all. Have a good day. Thank you.